Hello, my name is Sherry and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft series. Okay, so for today I actually have a few plans that I want to get going, so let me get started with the first one. So, the last episode we started working on this. And when I was making the farms here, I realized, by the way they are working, so that's nice. When I was making the farms here, I realized that I will need so much more iron than I thought, because I didn't know I had to have the rail with the hopper minecart, and I thought I just could get away with one hopper and that's it, and apparently that's not the case, so we're gonna be needing so much more iron if I want to finish this whole thing. By the way, I don't need that much wool in all the colors. I am just ambitious. I do indeed need wool for texturing and stuff, but I'll mostly need like white, maybe the grays and blacks, maybe. I like the green one very much, so I am gonna use it for texturing, maybe some greenery, some grass, but I think that's about it. Maybe some brown will come in handy. The rest of them are just because I just decided that I want them. So I am just doing this on a whim, and we'll see how it goes. For now, we'll just need a lot of iron, so let's get started on the iron farm. Okay, first, last episode I mentioned that I have an idea of how I want to transport my villagers here into the town, so let me explain that. As you can see here on the map, this is my base, and if we go just a little bit to the north, there is the village that I want to work with, because I think it's the closest one to me, really, but also it has this little thing here, and that is a nether portal, so that's just ideal, isn't it? So essentially, my plan is to get my villagers here from the portal, rather than going all the way with a boat or something, dragging them here, especially since this here is kind of a cliff, so it's gonna be tricky to get them here. I mean, I could just take a boat on a lead, but it will still take a lot of effort to pull it on the cliff. So we're gonna skip that part, and I'll try to transport them from here to here by the nether. But it is also gonna be tricky because I don't know if you remember how my nether looks like. So this here is the nether we are talking about. Yeah. This basalt lava pools here. This is where I had to transport my villagers to. And also, if we just come around here, you can also see that there isn't really any ground there. It's just lava here all over, so that's not ideal, and I don't know which way the village is. I am gonna activate the portal in the village in one moment, but it is, I think, lower in like the Y coordinates, because I am living on a cliff and the village is not on a cliff, essentially, so I think it should be lower. So I kind of have no idea how I want to do it. No! Okay, that was close. That was close. I can't for the life of me walk on F5. Why am I doing this here in the nether? Why? Why do I do this to myself? Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, especially if I am doing this kind of stuff right now, where I want to show you something and I almost walk into lava. I don't know, but I am gonna make it work, and we are gonna have some villagers here in no time, right? We are gonna need some obsidian, and luckily I have a lot of that, because I mined a lot of obsidian to get my base portal looking good, and I kinda overshot it, as well as flint and steel. And now we can go on a travel there. I am gonna bring my horse Rookie on the adventure, and look at him go! And here's the portal, and there's the village. It's also close by. We are gonna just go like a straight line from the village to that pier there, and it is gonna be easy, right? It is gonna be a piece of cake, right? I didn't even loot that portal, so we've got some more treasure from it. Okay, so I've made like a pretty clear path going through here and all the way to the nether portal right there. And now all I've got to do is just... I've connected it up, actually. I just need to replace that with just a normal obsidian, and then we're gonna light it up. Okay, so that's it, and now light it up. And let's see where this will take me. Hopefully somewhere better, but it is close by, so probably, yeah, it's the same biome. Where am I? Oh, you can see here on the minimap that actually here, I think, this is my bridge, so I think there is my portal. So that's a pretty straight line. We're gonna just connect it up. But surprisingly, I am higher up. I didn't know that's how that worked. I guess it just depends on the terrain. I will have to go down. I think that's better, actually, to transport the boat downwards rather than upwards. And this is really stressing me out. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do that. I feel like any second now I am gonna lose all of my stuff and progress, and that's gonna be about it. Yes, I did get knocked into lava by these magma cubes. And yes, I got a heart attack, but I am still here and I still have all my stuff. So, I survived that. Oh my god, there it is. There's the dirt road that I made. I am always here. Yay! I did it! Here is the road, and it is probably not so safe because the magma cubes are everywhere and they try to push me off the cliff all of the times. But here there's a staircase leading up, so yeah, it is not safe in fact. Please don't knock me off. We're gonna ignore them. What's going on? Why did he just hit me like 10 times in 1 second? And here is just like a fresh straight line going all the way to the portal in the village. So yeah, that is it. And now all I've gotta do is transport the villagers to my town. And the worst part is behind me, right? Actually, I am gonna make it just a little bit more safe and put like a barricade somewhere here. So nothing unexpected happened, you know? Better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, and I don't want to do all the barricades here, so we're just gonna roll with that. I'm doing a little update because I was fishing here. I wanted to prepare everything I need for the farm. Yeah, I have a name tag. I fished it out just now. I fished out a book that is Riptide and Piercing, it's okay, and a Power Punch Unbreaking bow. And I realized that this guy here is standing on the roof. From the moment I came into the village, he was just here, and I thought that maybe he would just jump off eventually and come back down. But he's not planning on doing that. He's just chilling here on the roof and going from one side to the other. And I could free him and do like a little staircase so he can get down. But I could also just let him live his beautiful life here on the rooftop. But I don't know if that's brutal, but I will leave him here for now. He seems to be enjoying that. I mean, he kinda looks like he's about to jump off. Maybe I should free him. Let me know in the comments. Okay, but I have a boat, and now I'm going to try to transport some villagers back to my home. Wish me luck. I have a cleric here with me, and I'm taking him home. These paths are actually the most annoying thing in the world. I don't know why I didn't prepare them to be just grass blocks, because I can't really swim, row my boat across them without falling like a pixel lower and then having the trouble to just... Oh, that's infuriating. By the way, I just realized I can use a lead. A change of plans. I'm sorry to leave you here, rookie, but I'll be back in no time. I just realized that back home he doesn't really have better standards. He also lives in a hole. I should probably make some sort of stable to just have him live somewhere nicer than a dirt hole. I mean, those are the standards of horse living in Minecraft, just a dirt hole. But my rookie deserves better, so I will make a stable for him soon enough. I thought it would be easier to just pull him up the slabs, that the boat would just cooperate more. But apparently no, apparently it's kinda tricky. And here we have this staircase, so I'm a little worried that he might not wanna get there. Okay, but let's try this one more time. Yeah, I should build up here, right? I think... No! 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 Oh. What even happened? Okay, oh, I should have probably thought about that. Why did I not thought this through? I mean, I prepared the road and everything. Why didn't I predict this? That was like the most predictable thing to happen. Why didn't I... Okay, I don't have a lead now. But I have one back at home, so I should... Oh, and the boat also burned. Okay, that sucks. But I'll just quickly come back for a lead, and yeah, and we'll try one more time. So, attempt number 2. So far it's going pretty smoothly, but we will have a problem there. Let's try this one again. Please don't fall into lava. I don't think you can, but probably you are gonna find a way to do that. I think he's gonna make it. Let me just pull him a little bit further, like just a little bit. Oh, wait, okay. Yay! He's in the nether. Now let's not... Let me see if he's not dead, because that's another factor. Where is he? Oh my god, why are you here? Okay, let me try to transport him here. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. No, 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 don't. Yeah, he died. And I am gonna die as well. I didn't realize that, I was too scared. This is going pretty smoothly, right? Okay, let's block it off so he can't really spawn here. I forgot about that. Oh, and no, there's lava here as well. Okay, let's block it off. Now, he won't be able to spawn here. I think he will have to go here. I think. I hope. Let me try this just one more time. We got further now. We got him into the nether. That's a progress, right? That is a progress. Okay, actually let me just show you real quick that I was worried that I was gonna lose so many villagers, so I made like the most primitive villager breeder here, but it is working. Okay, so attempt number 3. This one will surely go smoothly. Oh my god, the lead broke on this. I hate it here. Surely this time there is nothing on my way that will... Oh, there's a traveling... I was so scared of this llama for a moment. That was so odd. But you are kinda in the way, sir. Let's try this one again. Okay, he went into the nether. Now let me try to get in as well. And let's see. Okay, he is on the right side. Okay, that's a huge progress. Now I will just back out. I am a little bit worried that the magma cubes will try to sabotage me, but we'll see about that in a moment. Okay, so I am not gonna take him on a lead this time. I am gonna just slowly roam my way towards the portal. I am a little scared that here is going to suffocate, and oh my god, that looks like a roller coaster, if I've ever seen one. Oh my god, that's so scary! I don't know where I'm going! Why did I did it like that? So steep! Oh my god, he took damage, but he's okay, it's okay. It's just one heart of damage. Okay, we rode through here. Is he with me? Yes, he is! We have him here! We have him here! He is home with us! Now he's here and he's safe. Okay, but I actually do need another one. And I thought I was gonna drag here 3 villagers, but now... no, I am gonna drag just 2 and breed them, because I'm not going through that struggle 3 times. So I was actually planning on getting just 1 more villager from here, but I accidentally cut 2 of them in one boat, and now I just kind of did this dirt enclosure and got them into 2 separate boats, and it worked out. So now I can just take 1 at a time and get them to my base. So here I have all of them, and now I can start building my farm. So I terraformed the terrain here a little bit. As you maybe know, the iron golems have a spawn radius that would require me to either, if I wanted to make it not so hideous, I could hide it underground, but then I would have to just fill in all the caves surrounding it, and that wouldn't be so nice because I have a lot of caves here under my base, really. That would be a lot of work. The other option would be to just make it somewhere here on the ground and surround it with path blocks or maybe slabs. Slabs would be a little bit better, but that takes a lot of space because it has to be, I think, 8 blocks from the farm in each direction, so that's kind of a big square. So how I want to avoid it is make it kind of in the air, so they can't really spawn on the ground here. I'm worried that they could spawn somewhere around here, and that's why I wanted to make it like a little bit more to the side, and I'll try to make it high enough, and hopefully they will spawn only in the farm, but we'll see. I'm not an expert in this area of expertise, so I want to have like a big building, high building here to accommodate the farm, and I thought that a nice idea to make it fit into the town would be just to have like some sort of a tower. It would link up with the wall here, so I would just continue the wall around and a little bit up, so it connects with the tower. Okay, so I am gonna build a farm based on a tutorial from Shulkercraft, because it is in the air. Yeah, let me build it and I'll see you in a minute. I might be in a little bit of a trouble because I accidentally caught 3 zombies instead of 1. For now, let's just ignore the problem. I have only 1 name tag, so I will name tag 1 of them and the rest will despawn, right? And I'm naming the zombie John because I feel like that would be a John, right? I don't know which one of the 3 gentlemen there will be John, but one of them will. Now? Oh, that's John. Okay, so I dealt with the problem of having 3 zombies here, and I just went 200 blocks there and they despawn, and now all I've gotta do to activate the farm is activate this redstone clock, and it should work. Let me see. Yeah. He is here, and it looks to be working. It is close to my base, so it should be producing iron when I'm just nearby. And now all I've gotta do is make it not so ugly and build some sort of tower here so it looks prettier. I am very happy that I have it here because now I have basically unlimited iron. I can just AFK this, and I don't even have to AFK this. I can just be here on my base and build around here, and it will work, I hope. Alright, now let's get to building. First, I want to show you my color palette that I planned for the build, and I want it to be pretty similar to the wall here because, as I said, it is gonna be like kind of a part of it. It is gonna connect to the wall. I am gonna use mostly deep slate and tough, but I wanted to use some more variants for the deep slate. So I was planning that maybe I could use something like this for the walls, so it has a little bit more variance, and maybe also deep slate tiles in the darker areas. And here I want to also just use maybe the different tough variations because I don't use them that much, and this worked out pretty well. I liked it. Oh, and also the polished version of basalt, it's also nice. And now let's start building. Here it is. As you can see here and on the time lapse, I've made this tower here. Here I just have to wax the copper trapdoors when they oxidize. And yeah, I'm proud of it. I might have had a little incident trying to make this thing work as it should. I might have lost my levels. Yeah, that's not great actually. And I really need an XP farm, but for now, I have another plans. I would like to terraform this area a little bit better because I feel like right now this area is a little bit messy, as you can see, like yeah, it's not looking very great. You see, my house is on this like random plop of stone bricks. There's this random rock here and it doesn't work well with everything else here. Also, this has to go as well. So for now, what I would like to do is terraform this, make like a little path here, make the grass look cooler than this, because right now it's just dirt and grass, and we can texture that. We can add some rocks, we can add some moss into the grass, maybe even some green wool. We have a lot of options actually. So to get this thing started off, let's first gather some materials. And I also went on a little adventure in search of a mangrove swamp. I don't know if you can hear it, but my cat sits here with me and she's purring. I hope you can hear it. Oh, I accidentally did that and it looks like I have some sort of sunglasses. Okay, but I was meant to do that. Yeah, that's mangrove! And that's a jungle, I think. I can have my mangrove wood! I found the forest, so let me just quickly cut down some trees and get some saplings as well as some roots and leaves and vines and mud and everything I could ever want from this biome. Okay, so let's start terraforming. For starters, I was thinking that I would want to have like more of this kind of a path leading there and more rustic type of houses around here. So how to make it so it's not so aggressively contrasting with this patch of stone? And I was thinking a good solution could be just elevating it. Obviously I won't elevate my whole house because that would be a lot of work and tricky, but I could just dig out a little bit of this area so it's a little bit lower. So let's get started with digging that, and then we'll get to texturing the grass and making paths and everything. So I terraformed a bit, as you can see. I've made it very textured, and Here it's more calm, and here it's a little bit more textured because I wanted to accentuate that there's a shadow coming from my house. And I did that using the green terracotta, as well as the brown terracotta and some roots and some leaves. And I think it works well. Also here, I did a shadow as well. There's kind of like a natural niche in the terrain going on here, and I wanted to make it more obvious using the shadow here. Also, it could be a shadow from the rock that is here. And I just did a bunch of green terracotta to make it more prominent. Like I said, there's a rock, and in the future episodes, I want to terraform this area as well. Well, I have a lot more to terraform around this base, but for now I just did that fragment. But here, I have a plan that I want to make this hill more rocky, so the portal here will blend more into the terrain and it will be more natural. So I want to add just more rock formations around it. And for now I added this, and I think it works very well. It's poking out a little bit into the path here, and I think it adds a lot more interest when you're walking down this path. You don't only just see the grass and the vegetation like it is right now. You can also see like a rock coming out here. I think it's nice, and it also kind of forces the way that the path works here, because it is like curving here and going closer to the tower, and I like how the rock kind of leads the way that the path forms. One more thing I wanted to say is that I really like how the leaves work in Minecraft, because they are kind of see-through as well as the roots. And oh, here I am giving a bad example because I didn't put a block under that, but I did put blocks under this bush here, and I like how it looks because you can see kind of the shadow of the blocks that are under the leaves. I really like how it looks. I think you can make a lot of blends of colors using see-through blocks, and leaves are the perfect candidate for that. Also here, I mean all over the place, I used wool, and here I want to tell you why I did that. That's because the wool is more saturated than the moss and the dark green terracotta, so you can use that to your advantage. And as you can see, for example, here, I forgot to put the green wool here, and because of that, the contrast that is between the green terracotta that is so dark and the lighter moss block, it's more noticeable here and it's more sharp like so. But when you look at that just a little bit further up, you can see that I've actually put like the green wool here, and I wanted to add that because when there are two colors meeting each other and one is darker than the other, I like to add more saturation in the block between. I mean, just in general in the color between, just to make it blend a little bit more nicely. And also the wool is just a little bit more dark than the wool, and it is lighter than the terracotta, so it's also nice that it's kind of like in between block with that. But just like I said, I really like the saturation of this block because it's more saturated than the grass and the moss and the terracotta, and just it pops a little bit more, you know? So I like how that looks. Okay, so I really like how this place came out, and of course I have a lot more work to do with this place, but for now, I really like that fragment. I hope you like it too, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye! Ooh, there's a big portal here. Oh, my cat just... No! Ah! Ah! My cat that came here earlier, wasn't pleased with me talking to the mic, and decided that she was gonna go away. But she kind of almost knocked my monitor off my desk,